Hello, friend. Have you ever heard the theory that nuclear bombs are a hoax, a fraud, that they never existed? Have you ever seen the video where a lovely British gentleman walks around different cities in England asking people, have you ever heard the theory that nuclear bombs are a hoax? You probably haven't seen that video. I'll tell you where to find it for free in just a moment. You see, I spoke with the guy who did that, Ray West from Big Lies, and it was for an episode of Bonversations, this new podcast series that I'm doing, that is already up to about 5 episodes recorded for released. And so anyway, I was chatting with Ray West yesterday, and I stayed up very late editing it and uploading it, and it's all ready to go. And I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But we were talking about this idea, A, that nuclear bombs are a hoax, and B, how many people have even heard the theory that nukes are a hoax? And of course, a lot of people come back and go, oh, well, if nuclear bombs are a hoax, how about nuclear submarines? How about nuclear power plants? These are actually pretty good questions. And I asked Ray, what would you say to those people who are open to the nuke bomb hoax, but not the nuke power hoax or the nuke submarine hoax? And his answers shook me to the depths of my miserable soul. And I want you to hear those answers. We'll talk about that in a moment. But first, you can find the video where Ray asks people on the street. He says to them, without commenting on the truth or otherwise, have you heard the theory that nukes are a hoax? And most of these people are like, no. And he's like, oh, I was just wondering. And they're like, why? He's like, oh, I just wanted to know if people have heard of the theory before, seeing if it's spreading. They're like, nope. He's like, okay, have a good day. Moves on to the next person. But some of the responses he gets are pretty funny. So what you can do is I'll put a link in the info box below to this website. It's called biglies.org, and it's a very crazy website. Like the way that he's set it up, it's kind of like all the information he's ever found, he puts links on the very first page. It's quite a throwback of a website. But if you scroll down, you can find his videos, which used to be available on YouTube, but they got deleted because, you know, that's just how the world is. Where is this? It's so hard. I was just on it. I specifically made sure I was on it so I could, here we go. Is this it? Here it is, yeah. So from the top, if you then scroll down a little bit, you'll see this. All right, and he asks people, he vox pops people about the nukes and about different things. Now, what you'll also find on his website is a 3.5-hour presentation, one of the most brilliant things I've ever seen. I saw it back in 2015, but it's from 2013, I believe. I saw it in 2015, 3.5-hour audio video presentation, and by the end of it, if you still believe in nuclear bombs or in nuclear power, or in nuclear submarines, that's fine. That's fine. You'll always believe. If you still believe after this free 3.5-hour presentation, you'll still believe, and that's fine. But at least give it a shot. Why not? This is a free presentation. If you just go to this little link, right-click it, Save As, then you will be able to download it to your computer. You can't watch it through his website. You have to download it to your computer. It's quite a large file, but it's worth it. Then once you've got it, you can watch it. So both of those, the Vox Pop on the Street, very funny, which is only like a 7-8 minute video, and this 3.5-hour presentation, which must have taken days to put together. It's phenomenal. They're both available for free through the Big Lies website, which I'll link to. That'll be link number 1 in the info box below. What I'll also link to in the info box below is my conversation with Ray West, where we talk about the nukes and so much more. So much more. Stuff that I can't even talk about on YouTube for fear of, you know how YouTube is. So go and check out Conversations if you can. Now, I do understand that some of you don't treat yourself to the finer things in life, such as the best content in this little scene that we're in. You don't treat yourself to that. You only want the free stuff, I understand. What you guys can do is make sure that you're on the mailing list. And I will send out this podcast to the mailing list in the coming days or weeks. I've already sent out Conversations episodes number 2 and 3, I think, or 1 and 2. I sent out 2 episodes anyway to the mailing list about a week ago. So eventually I'll release the other Conversations as well, one by one. But I think it's fair that the members of my site get first access. They're the people who make all of this possible. So if for whatever reason you don't want to treat yourself to the best material on the internet today when it comes to the fakery, the science fakery, the media fakery, the academic fakery, there's just so much fakery in the world. If you don't want the best content, if you won't treat yourself to that, if your money is for other things like alcohol, gambling, fast food, Netflix, whatever it is you spend your money on, but you don't treat yourself to the best content in the arts realm, that's totally cool. You can get a lot of it for free. Mailing list in the info box below. And of course, you can get Ray's work from 2013-14, about then, for free as well. I've already explained to you how to go and get it. Lord of the Nukes, 3.5 hour presentation, and the Vox Pop, which I've already explained to you how to go and get that. Make sure you right click and save as, and you can check it out. But if you want his most recent interview done yesterday with myself, 2-hour conversation about a range of topics, and all of the other content at johnlebon.com, you know what you need to do, and it's this: treat yourself just for 1 month to the finer things. Why not? You work hard for your money, or you get government jibs, or whatever it is you do for your cash, and then you spend it somehow. Why not spend it on yourself and get yourself access to the best content in this realm? Why not? And for those of you who've already done that, members of johnlebon.com, go and check out Conversations with Ray West, uploaded less than 24 hours ago. I hope you enjoy it. It was a terrific conversation. And Ray, if you see this video, I told you I would promote your website. Let's hope that it doesn't get me kiboshed by YouTube, but it might. But that's the risk that we take when we talk about certain topics, isn't it? So that'll do us, guys. Links in the info box below. Link number 1 to Ray West's site. Link number 2 to the Bonversation for those of you who are already members. And link number 3 to the mailing list for those of you who won't treat yourself right now to the best things in life, but maybe we send to you to your inbox in the next few days or weeks or whatever. Links in the info box below.